Shalom, first and foremost, all praises. Glory honor goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation, all y'all can pushing this word day in and day out. Saw this Newsweek article, says Pete Hegseth tells top generals, because there was a meeting of 800 top generals yesterday, to prepare for war in Quantico, Virginia, man, all right. So this is this demon, this Edomite right here, right? So it's hundreds of generals and admirals with 1-star rank or higher, along with aides and senior staff, were called from all around the globe to attend the meeting in Quantico, VA, for Tuesday for an address by Head 7 Donald Trump. They said the move just comes weeks after Trump signed an EO renaming the DOD as the DOW, Department of War, a title last used in 1947. And what was going on in 1947, World War II was around that time. The state of Israeli happened around that time, the 1948ers. So, we living in a time of drastic change, drastic measures, all right. Hegseth told military senior leaders that he no longer wants to see fat generals and admirals or overweight troops in combat boots. All right. So, they're getting ready for World War III, China, Russia, and its allies, the so-called BRICS nations, Iran. They're getting ready for the men of the Lord with spiritual power. They're getting ready for threats, martial law, a new lockdown, famine of the word. This is the Lord. Really, the Lord called them together, man. And they said this is the first time since 1947. I mean, not 1947, but I believe this is one of the first times where all of them had to meet in one location, man. It's first time since 1947. The DOD's been called the DOW, all right? So, we living in some drastic times. Scripture says the second woe's past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. This is Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry their bitterly. So these military men, these generals, you're going to dwell in these coming days, man, Especially when we get the power, man. That's going to really shell shock y'all. Man, I thought they was just niggas. I thought they was just monkeys and apes. You mean to tell me they gods too? You mean to tell me, they're better than NBA players, NFL players? I thought that was the highest they can go. So, you mighty men, you're going to really sigh and cry when we get that power, especially here in the DMV, because you got men of the Lord here in the DMV, right? But you're looking at them, right? And, we going to be the ones putting a lot of these top guys to flight, man. It's just how the Lord set it up, man. This is Rome, man. Yeah, this is modern day Rome. The name of the DMV used to be called Rome, man. Right. Why? Because it's the revival of the Roman Empire, man. Especially here in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and also you can put New York into that, the tri-state area, man, because that's Rome too, man. The architecture, the buildings, even the Wall Street building, that shit look just like Rome, man. Same thing, needless to say, here in DC, man. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities, which we, like I said, we're sounding the alarm, we're sounding the trumpet. But them days is coming to an end, man. We're at the end of fishing season and against the high towers. All right. And I will bring distress upon men. Yeah, that's the times we living in, man. The times of distress upon the wicked, man. Yeah, right. And the Lord rejuvenating the righteous, man. All right. So it's going to have us. He's going to change. Even when we get the power, man, on this side, before we get our new bodies, we're going to look a lot younger, man. and a lot bigger and stronger, right? That they shall walk like blind, but you still gonna know it's us, man. You're like, damn, that's the perfect. That looks like him, but the perfect version of him. That's what people gonna be saying. Unblemished version of him. That's what that power is gonna do, man. It's gonna have us unblemished out here, right? Like the prime version of yourself. Imagine the prime version of yourself. That's what the power's gonna do, man. The peak version, man. You know. The woman, they like to say, yeah, their dream guy. Well, we gonna look, act, and talk like your dream guy, and then some, you know. The perfect guy, Mr. Perfect, man. And the alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I'll bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord. So, yeah, you two dirt niggas. Y'all about to be, from ease. Y'all gonna be diseased in this society because right now you niggas living at ease, especially here in the DMV, man. You got a lot of military, police niggas retired at 40 something, at a young age, retired. Living your best life with your benefits and shit. Hey, Esau gonna call you niggas back in, man. Be like, look, we got a even greater job for you, and you can't say no, or you gonna lose everything, man, that you had set up for you, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust. You know how you go into a basement, old, dilapidated, vacant basement is dust everywhere. It's cobwebs, spider webs. You can tell no one's been there and clean that shit up in years. That's how your blood's gonna be everywhere, man. Just like dust, man, and cobwebs, spider webs, and like a vacant house, abandoned house. And their flesh as the dung, so your flesh is gonna be on the ground, like removed from your fucking torso, your body. It's about to get ugly out here. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. So, hey, your money, your pension, your real estate, if you're in the country, your farm, your cows and shit, your chickens, your cattle, none of that shit's going to deliver you in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. It's that thermonuclear fire. So, Oprah, you're going to be missile food, especially you here in America, because you're the one that said, oh, yeah, I don't like that verse where it says, my God is a jealous God. Here it is, women get jealous all the time, but the Most High can't get jealous, you know. So, Oprah's, you're slated to be missile food, man, or destroyed, man. Either way, for he shall even make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land, man. So, it's going to be like 1 second, everything's, you know, somewhat up and running, even though all hell's breaking loose. You're still going to have certain businesses still open. And then the next second, total nuclear missile food, man, missile fire, just evaporating you people, man, all right? It's going to be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man, because this whole land of America, man, which America's a big land, it's going to get it. America, certain parts of Canada, certain parts of Mexico, Central America's going to get it, man, all right? Just because you laid down with this whore, man, this harlot America. Okay. Like I said, that power's coming soon, man. Might as well get it, man. This is the first scripture, I learned with my camp, man. All right. And the Lord's going to guide us with the power, man. That's a whole kill, man. This is Isaiah 59. And 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Yeah, if it's to the west, I'm out here in America. You're going to fear the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The demons, the heathens, they tremble at the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And his glory from the rising of the sun. Here from the east, the Lord's going to come from east to west, here in America, man. When the enemy shall come in like a flood. So the enemy's going to come in, man. And that's what they were talking about, through the spirit at this meeting yesterday. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against them, man. And it's that standard, that full power, man. That 555, man. That, complete power. Okay. And the Lord's going to have to give us that power, man, so we can back our enemies down. Because the scripture says the prophets shall be no longer be backed into a corner no more. So, that's when, even, in the animal realm, that's when they fight. When you corner the animal, they fighting to get up out of that corner. And that's what, hey, we not animals, but hey, the Lord's going to put us in a predicament where we cornered, and we ain't going to be cornered all of a sudden, man. Right, divine intervention, man. That's all spiritual power is, man. Divine intervention from on high, man. Because we had it before, but now we're gonna have it, even greater, man. The little power we had before, man, it's about to be maxed out. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can describe it. All right, so Esau, you got your power on the left, your technology, your tanks, your weapon. Hey, the Lord's gonna give us that right-handed power, man. All right. But hey, it's gonna remain to be seen. You're just gonna be like Superman on steroids. That's all I could tell you. So I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.